Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm fine.
My name is Vedaste Cyizere, and just want to ask you some question.
It's okay. I'm
Uh,
14.
Okay, actually, I'm a student in Bachelor's of Art program at College for America at Southern New Hampshire University, and just I'm working on a project called the Street Interview video, and now I'm just trying to make this interview with you, and I just assure you that it will be used only for academic purpose. So, do you agree to give me your consent?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, you can read this statement in order to make it
Yes.
legal.
Yeah. I, 14 Mwazase, give my informed consent to participate in this interview, to be recorded and used as part of the student's academic work.
Okay, thank you very much. So now we can start the interview.
Yes.
My first question is that what are the three branches of the government?
Okay, the three branches of the government are executive branch, judicial branch, and legislative branch.
Yeah, great. And what does each branch do?
I don't remember very well, but I can try. I think legislative branch is there to, like, to put there to establish the policies and regulations. For the judicial, it implements those policies, and about the executive, I don't know what it does.
Okay, no problem. Okay, you will know it after.
Yeah.
So we know that Democrats and the Republicans are the major parties here in the United States. So can you name the third party?
I'll make further research and I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Right now, I have no answer.
Okay. My last question is: what is the basic process by which a bill become a law?
I think a bill become a law when like the leaders sign on it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your answers, and let me hope to meet you after.
Thank you too.
Hi, Mister.
Hi,
How are you?
fine.
Okay, my name is Vedaste Cyizere, and I just want to make like a street interview with you.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
do I accept?
Yeah, I accept. My name is Ejit. It's okay, it's fine as long as it will not affect me.
Okay, no problem. Actually, I'm a student in Bachelor's of Art program at Southern New Hampshire University for College for America program, and just I'm working on a project called Street Interview Video, and I'm just want to make this project and I'm sure you that it will be used for academic purpose only. So,
Oh,
do you
okay.
agree to make this interview with me?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Okay, so you can read this statement in order to make it somehow legal.
Okay, I, Ejit Nyonja, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as a part of students' academic work.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian.
Yeah.
So we can start the interview.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, my first question is: what are the three branches of the government?
Three branches of the government.
Yeah.
I think I don't know much about it, but what I think is there is Republic. Yeah, I don't know much about it. That's what
Oh
I know.
yeah, just great. Okay, you can make research after. So can I ask you what does each branch do?
Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, just try.
Yeah. Okay, ask me.
What does each branch do?
I think there is a branch called judiciary, which is in charge of judging if people committed some sins, so they're in charge of judging. Also, there is legislative, which I think is in charge of administrative of governing the country. Maybe president is included there. So that's
Oh,
what I know.
okay, that's great. You can see that you know about the two branches, legislative and that one. So my third question is, you know, Democrats and Republicans are the major parties here in the United States.
Yeah.
So can you name the third party?
It's very hard to name the third party because I know there are other many parties after those two. I remember there is Green Party, Libertarians. So I think according to the number of participants, Libertarian is the third party.
Ah, okay, that's great. So my last question is, what is the basic process by which a bill become a law?
Okay, thank you so much. A bill becomes a law when, first of all, a group member give a suggestion or a bill, then the Congress committee, they sit, they debate on it. Once they agree on it, they put it to the other level that I don't remember where. Then finally, once a president sign on it, that's when it becomes a law. Once the president rejects it, it goes back to the other level that I don't remember. Then
Okay, yeah, that's great. So thank you for your time.
Okay,
Let's
welcome.
move to next time.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, my name is Vedaste Cyizere, and I'm going to make a reflection on the street interview that I conducted about the organization structure of the US government. So the first question during the interview was, what are the three branches of the government of the United States? So the first interviewee was able to talk about the three branches of U.S. government, which are legislative, judiciary, and executive branches. So the second one was somehow not aware of those branches, and then after he was able to talk about the executive and the judiciary. So, on my point of view, there are three branches of the government, which are the executive, legislative, and the judiciary branches. Let's start by talking about the legislative branch. Actually, this branch is composed of the House of the Senate and is the House of the Representative. So the House of the Senate is made of 100 members, which is composed of 2 members from each state, and then the House of the Representative is composed of 445 members. So according to Court League, the power of this branch is outlined by the United States Constitution, and the main responsibility for this branch is actually to create laws. So the executive branch check on the legislative branch when the president vetoes the law. When the legislative branch set a law and then the president reject it, the executive branch check on the legislative to see what can be done on this law. So here there are different powers that this legislative branch has, including the power to tax and power to borrow money. Also has power to declare war. It also has power to create annual budget for the federal government. So this is like the summary of what legislative branch do and different power that it has. Let's go to the executive branch. This branch is governed by the president, and it's also composed of the vice president and also the members of the cabinet. So the main responsibility for this branch is to make laws officials. As we said, the legislative branch has the responsibility to create the laws, and then the executive branch comes to make those law official, where the president has to sign on it. So the cabinet is made of different secretaries, including the Secretary of the State and the Secretary of Treasury and other secretary as well as presidents. So the role of the cabinet is to advise the president about different things, about the decision that has to be made. So the last branch is the judiciary branch, as I said, and this branch oversees the system, the court system, the U.S. Government. This branch is normally headed by the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court rules whether something is constitutional or not. In addition, it regulates whether something is permitted or not permitted under constitution. The president sign or has the responsibility or the power to sign on the law, and then the Supreme Court has the right to oversee or to control or to declare if the law signed by the president is constitutional or not. Also, the Supreme Court has the highest the highest court is the highest court in the land or of the country, and this decision is final. No one can veto those decisions made by the Supreme Court. So, going back to the second question that's asked in the interview, I was asking what does each branch do. The first interviewee was not aware of what each branch do, but the second interviewee said that, for example, uh, the legislative branch has to make the law, but that's what exactly do. But he was not able to determine very well what each branch do. Also, here is the connection between the three branches. Actually, according to Naigri, he said that the three branches of the government are connected as a triangle, where the executive branch is at the top corner, and then at the two bottom corner made of judicial branch and the legislative branch, which are the Congress, which exactly is the Congress in the U.S. government. So, in order to prevent one branch to have from gaining more power than others, they use what we call a system of check and balance. So, in this system of check and balance, we know that Congress is responsible for making laws, which is always start as a bill. Then it goes to the president, who is in charge of signing or rejecting this bill. So this is how we can see that legislative branch make a law, but the executive branch come to accept or reject the law. That's how they are connected. So, and then the judicial branch can review law made by the president and others made by the Congress, and then see if they can be approved. So if the judicial branch say that this cannot be allowed, there must be a constitutional amendment where they see if what the president or the Congress made cannot be rearranged or cancelled. So in this power of check and system of check and balance, the power of the president are limited, where the Congress must approve the people that the president have get job to for maintaining the well-being of the citizen. The Congress has to say something about what the president has done. So going to the third question, which say Democrats and Republicans are the major parties in the U.S. Can you name the third party? So on this side, the first interviewee was not able to talk about the minor party, but the second one said different example of minor party like green parties and libertarian. So I can start by talking about the history of the major party, Republicans and Democrats. So actually, in the 17th century, no, no, 18th century, there was two major party, which were Federalist and Anti-Federalist. In this part of Anti-Federalist, that's where Democrats and Republican were. So the Federalists believed in styling the U.S. after Europe by making U.S. Industrial and mercantile power play. Anti-Federalists believed that the country should be mostly farmers. So at that time, Federalists got what they wanted, and the U.S. federal government grew strong. However, the Federalists made some bad moves, and they lost their support. So the country became dominated by farmers, which were anti-Federalists, composed of Republicans and Democrats. Then anti-federalists got power, and they labeled themselves Democrats by 1820, which was the beginning of the modern Democrats. So the Democrats party got a party which was like a division where some of them supported the federal protection of industry. So at the end of slavery split the nation from in 1840, where the southern states used slaves to grow cotton, where the north states relied on small farmers farms worked by their own without using slavery. In 1850, Democrats sided in the South, while new anti-slavery party laws in the North, which was Republicans. So between 1928 and 1980, both Democrats and Republicans got experience about leadership, where some presidents were Democrats and others were Republicans. In that time, Democrats become convinced that social programs are what is needed for a good economy of the country, while modern Republicans believe that low taxes and less government regulation are the key to a good economy, together with a belief in strong military presence. So that's like the history of the two big party, Republicans and the major party. So, talking about minor party or third parties in the United States, they have a lot impact on the national politics. When we say minor parties, are those parties that have few individuals, a few members, and then they face many obstacles in United States because sometimes they are not allowed to go in the election due to to having fewer people, and they are not too well known to attract national attention, which always make them remain at the lower level. So they have the paramount role in national politics, where they put pressure on major parties candidates to address some issue of the population. In addition, some candidates from third parties influence presidential election by taking over votes away from major parties candidates. An example is in 2000, where a Green Party candidate took over votes from Democrats Al Gore, which led to the victory of George Walker Bush. This was reported by Bonres.com. So the fourth question was saying, what is the basic process by which a bill become a law? For the first interviewee, he was able to say that a bill become a law when the president signed on it. But for the second interview, he was not able to say the process. But talking a little bit about it, is that the president is the one who has to sign on a bill in order to become a law. Normally, a bill is created, and someone who introduced that bill is called a sponsor. That can be one of the members of the Congress, and even the president can propose the registration or a bill. So when a bill is introduced, there is a committee of 20 members that examine it carefully. The committee work is divided into 5 stages, where they have to make a meeting to see how they are going to work on it. They have to go to use a public hearing to hear what the public is talking about that bill, and then when those 5 stages are at the end, they make the final report saying if they are going to report to the House of Representatives. If the House of Representatives vote and approve that the bill has to become a law, the committee also bring the bill to the Senate, the House of Senate, and then they make a vote for this bill to approve or reject the bill. If both the House of Representatives and the House of Senate accept the bill to become a law, they send it to the president, and he or she is given 10 days for signing on the bill or rejecting it. So if the president vetoes a bill, Congress may attempt to override the veto of the president when 2/3 of both the House of Senate and House of Representative members agrees. They can reject the decision of the president, and then it become a bill. So that's how a bill can become a law in the present, when the president sign on it or even reject it, but 2/3 parts of the Congress accept it. So thank you for your much attention. See you next time.